Hello, welcome to Mr. Pena's Tutoring Podcast, where I bring you the latest educational tidbits and help you make your child learn. Today is episode 5, teaching kids about needs versus wants, navigating spending choices. We are in season 2, which is money management skills for children, or simply teaching your kids about money. So today, we're going to talk about understanding needs versus wants, teaching kids to identify needs and wants, and making smart spending choices. Before we begin, I want to offer you something for free. It's my learning style inventory. It's a 10-page PDF checklist that deciphers your child's learning style. Are they kinesthetic, musical, logical? Are they naturalistic? You can find out how they learn if you download it for free. Just join my Patreon. No strings attached, no extra cost to you. Just join my Patreon membership for free and you can download it. It should be the first post that is pinned. I hope to see you in the community. Now, teaching kids about money. Number 1. Understanding needs and wants. We're going to talk about the definition and differences, defining needs and wants, and explaining the key differences. Let's define it. What we mean by needs and wants. Needs are things that are essential for survival and well-being, such as food, shelter, clothing, and healthcare. These are the items we cannot live without. Wants, on the other hand, are things we desire but don't necessarily need to survive, such as toys, video games, and sweets, or luxury shoes. Wants are extras that can enhance our lives but are not essential. Although some wants can be good for our mental well-being, they're not all bad. And we're not saying they're bad at all. So, the importance of distinguishing between them. Understanding the difference between needs and wants is crucial for making informed financial decisions. When children learn to distinguish between these two, they develop the ability to prioritize their spending. This skill is vital not just for managing money, but for making wise choices in various aspects of life. It helps in preventing impulsive buying and encourages saving for more significant, meaningful purchases. Now, we get on to point number 2, which is teaching kids to identify needs and wants. We have the role of parents and educators, practical activities and games, and discussions and storytelling. And now if you're looking at the video through the Spotify or YouTube, you can clearly see the PowerPoint presentation that I'm using. You can download this for free by joining the free Patreon membership. Just once you join the membership, you go to the collections that says downloadable resources and you can get a free copy at no extra cost to you. Now, teaching kids to identify needs and wants. Here is the role of parents and teachers. They play a key role in teaching kids the difference. One effective method is to model the behavior yourself. When you make purchases, explain to your children why you are buying something and whether it is a need or a want. Use everyday situations to illustrate the concept. For instance, when grocery shopping, point out essential items like bread and milk versus non-essential items like candy or soda. Practical activities and games. There are several practical activities and games that can help children learn to categorize needs and wants. One activity is to create a needs versus wants chart It's like a little T chart. Just create a giant T in the paper and then list their needs and then their wants on the right and their needs on the left. I hope one list is bigger, by the way. You can do this by cutting out pictures from magazines or printing images from the internet and asking your child to place each item in the correct category. Another fun game is the need or want game, where you name different items and your child has to decide whether each is a need or a want. You get a paper and you put the letter N on one side and then the letter W on the other side. When you show them the item, they have to flip the paper to the correct letter. This can make learning interactive and enjoyable. Now, we're going to get on to discussions and storytelling. These are effective ways to teach the concept. Use stories that highlight characters making spending decisions based on their needs. After reading the story, discuss with your kid why certain items were considered needs and why others were wants. And so 80% of our financial decisions should be based on our needs, at least. Engaging them in conversations after the story or after the movie, and then asking them to reflect on why they want certain items and whether those items are necessary is an essential component and a magnificent way to decipher the difference. We don't want to just tell them what is a need or a want. We want to discuss it with them, hear their perspective, challenge them, and ask them why they think this is a need instead of a want, and vice versa. Learning should be an interactive process, and we are facilitators in that process. Now, our third point for today is making smart spending choices. Setting priorities. Teaching children to prioritize their needs over their wants is a crucial step in financial education. Start by discussing their daily or weekly spending habits. Help them list their needs and their wants, and then prioritize the needs and prioritize the wants. Number every single item they think they should buy and number every item they want to buy in chronological order and put a number next to each one. Explain that while it's okay to have wants, needs should always come first. This practice helps them understand the importance of making responsible spending choices. Now, we're going to talk about budgeting and planning. Introduce your children to basic budgeting principles. Create a simple budget together, allocating a portion of their allowance or money for needs, a portion for wants, and a portion for savings. Planning their spending in advance teaches them to manage their money wisely and ensures that their essential needs are met before they spend on extras. So again, allocate a portion of their budget for needs and then a portion of their budget for what they want and then a portion of their budget for savings. So what they have to spend, for example, on their bills, and then what they want to buy, and then saving in order to ensure their future survival. And now, real-life applications. Applying these concepts to real-life situations is where the learning truly sinks in. Encourage your children to reflect on their spending decisions regularly. For example, if they are saving for a new toy, discuss with them how much they need to save each week and what they might need to forego in order to reach their goal. This not only reinforces the concept of delayed gratification, but also helps them practice making thoughtful financial decisions. To recap, in conclusion, understanding the difference is a foundational skill in financial literacy, the difference between needs and wants. I encourage you to start implementing these strategies with your children today. Share your experiences, like some of the things that you're spending and what you've decided to prioritize, and then when you want to buy something for yourself. Share them and answer any questions your child may have. Thank you for joining me today for Mr. Pena's Tutoring Podcast. We are currently on a money management skills for children series. The next 10 to 15 episodes are going to be about teaching your kids about money. If you want to know how your child learns and you want to download my learning inventory, or if you want to download this presentation that you see on the screen, join my free Patreon. You'll get downloadable resources, exclusive content, and you get to join a virtual community of parents teaching your children how to learn, just like you. I hope to see you in the next podcast. Good luck with your parenting. I wish you and your family well. Take care and goodbye.